Good day, everybody. Well, you didn't think I was going to talk about this? You think I was actually not going to discuss about this? I mean, come on. I mean, I do work here and there, but I do keep an eye on certain social media posts. And yes, I have heard that there is a small rumor that Iizuka, that's his name, I believe, the lead director of Sonic Team, or what's left of it, according to the rumors, I'll get to that in a second, that a Sonic Adventure remake is in the works right now. Either they're just gonna re-release the games on current consoles right now, or they're just gonna make it a full remaster similar to the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy, which was a successful remaster, and a pretty damn good one actually. Had bonus content, graphics, gameplay played smoothly. So the reason why I'm talking about this is, it's obviously, you know, anything that has basically to do with Sonic, it's always a hot topic, it gets people talking. So I might as well just say something about it, add my 2 cents, because why not? And yes, I know I'm late to the party, but hey, I have a life, you know, I work, so yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, what do I feel about the whole remastered thing? I honestly think it's a great idea having you know, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. We haven't gotten a report on 2, but obviously the original Sonic Adventure being remastered, I think it's a fantastic idea. Now here's the thing. Do I trust SEGA to do a full remaster on this game? The same company that allowed Big Red Button to make a god-awful game called Sonic Boom. Now yes, I know that's completely off the topic, but just bear with me here. The same company that allowed their franchise to be licensed to Paramount Pictures to make apparently a god-awful Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which we all know it's going to be bad, and we're all just going to watch it just out of curiosity anyways. And you know what? It could be a success, you know? The movie might be so bad that people just might watch it just out of curiosity. You know, a guilty pleasure kind of thing. I mean, why not? And I failed to point out that the Street Fighter movie, I forgot to point out that that movie actually did make a lot of money in the box office. Domestically, of course. So, it was a success. I mean, it was a cringe movie, but it made money, so at the end of the day, it's all about the bottom line for all these corporations, so I failed to point that out. I just jumped the gun just because out of my frustration. Alright, now let's get back to the topic. A Sonic Adventure remake, the reason why I think it's a big risk for SEGA not to fuck this up, excuse my language here, I'm just, you know how I am about the franchise, I'm passionate about it. In fact, Sonic Adventure, I'm currently still Let's Playing this game. At the time of this video coming up, Gamma's part should be up in a couple of days, and a full remaster is a big risk. Now, do I trust SEGA to fully make this remaster? My answer is absolutely not. Because of some of the rumors that I've been hearing is that Sonic Team has completely been split apart, I believe. I don't know why, either because of the success of Sonic Mania. Yes, Sonic Mania was a Sonic game, alright, so stop giving me grief about it. Alright, I noticed that in my last video, I didn't say that it was a successful Sonic game. Yeah, but that's more in the classic Sonic trope. I don't include it in the 3D lineup, so excuse me if I was wrong. But I'm willing to admit if I'm wrong here and there. So yes. Oh, damn it, I lost my train of thought. You see, that's what happens when I go off a tangent. So yes. The reason why I say I don't trust SEGA with this remaster is because not only is Sonic Team split apart, if the rumors are true, just because Sonic Mania did a great job, but also, it depends what kind of developmental team you're going to get to make the remaster. Now, if you're going to do a full-blown remaster, HD graphics, you know, we're talking, you know, Generations kind of graphics. You know, right now I'm doing I'm just showing off, you know, a gameplay here of all 4 characters. And I'll make that point in a few minutes. But I don't trust SEGA with this remaster. I absolutely don't. And you're all probably wondering, why is Vince McMahon in the thumbnail? Oh, I have an answer for that easily. What is one thing that Sega and Mr. McMahon, aka Vince McMahon, of World Wrestling Entertainment have in common? They are both out of touch. They don't listen to their fan base. They give us nothing but garbage year in and year out, and they know we're gonna take it just because of how loyal we are. The Sonic fan base is the most loyal fan base probably out there, even more so than Mega Man. I know I may have struck a chord by saying that, but I don't care. I'm telling you the God honest truth. And just like wrestling fans, World Wrestling Entertainment, you know, we want change. And you know that Vince McMahon, secretly, he is the one who makes the final call on everything. And as long as Vince is in charge, we're never going to see change in WWE. We're never going to see the wrestlers, yes, they're called wrestlers, Vince, not superstars, that we want to see being pushed. You know, there's only so much we could take. Like, it's been like WWE has been in its worst state in the last 4 years. Alright, so obviously that's why I added him in the thumbnail. Sega is the same way. When was the last time both Sega and WWE were even both relevant? I know I'm going off a tangent here, but I'm just pissed off, okay? Alright, now, back to the point. I don't trust them with the whole remastered thing. I think it'd be better off if they just go with a full port of the original game. Because if they're gonna do a full remaster, that means that you have to switch character models, and my biggest fear is the controller. I honestly fear they're gonna fuck with the controls, because Sonic Adventure 1 honestly has the best control. The adventure games have the best control in the franchise. Yes, Sonic Unleashed, the control wasn't great just because of the whole button layouts, but also because when Sonic does a jump, his jump feels so stiff. And we're in Adventure, he has a nice floaty jump, and you can do a nice air dash to position yourself for a better jump. It's almost like a makeshift double jump. In fact, it's better than a double jump. So that's my biggest fear, is if they do a full remaster, that the controllers are going to be completely changed. And I'm not going to like that, especially the spin dash, which is really overpowered in this game. You know, if you see speedruns of this game, the spin dash is flat out broken in this game. It's just, it's so overpowered. And right now, my biggest, you know, concern is, okay, if they change the graphics, that's one thing. If we're going to go from 1998 graphics, or right now we're going with Sonic Generations graphics right here of Speed Highway. Now, if they're going to remaster all these stages to look similar to Sonic Generations, you know, just with graphics, that's fine. But my biggest fear is that they're going to shove the boost formula down our throats again. Just like how WWE likes to shove Roman Reigns down our throats. I'm sorry I had to point that out, but that's another reason why I chose Vince McMahon in the thumbnail, just to point out my my message. And also, I didn't mean to say the whole Roman Reigns thing. I know right now he's going through fighting leukemia. I apologize for mentioning that, but to wrestling fans, whenever they want something they don't like, they go at Roman Reigns being shoved down our throats. Sega does the same thing, giving us their visions of how things want, of what they want. We want Sonic Adventure 3. What do they give us? A lackluster Sonic Forces game that took 4 years to develop, which was a very disappointing title. And obviously the main reason why Sonic Team was even broken up, if the rumors are true at the time of this recording. So, if they're going to do a full remaster, I would not mind if they change the graphics, but my biggest gripe would have to be the controls. Because in the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, the controllers do feel better than in the original, but you can't pull off certain jumps or certain glitches like you do in the original. So that's going to be a small hiccup here and there, but nothing nothing they can't handle. And another thing is the voice acting. Like, what are you going to do with the voice acting? Like, are you going to use current voice actors to redo the cutscenes? Because let's be perfectly honest, Sonic Adventure 1 did not really age well, you know, according to a lot of people. The gameplay is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but the cutscenes and the lip movement, it's just so cringe, it's just bad. But I understand it was 1998, but that's still no excuse. Now, my biggest concern is, are they gonna use the current voice actors, or are they gonna try to do their best to use the voice clips they already have? Because, or they're gonna try to get the old voice acting crew back. Because nothing against Roger Craig Smith, you know, I just don't think he's a very good Sonic in general. He has no emotion whatsoever to the character. It's like he just doesn't care. Where my personal favorite would have to be Jason Griffith, because at least he shows emotion, like in Sonic Unleashed and Sonic and the Black Knight, which those LPs are going to be coming at a later date. I will promise you that. But Ryan Drummond, he's a damn good voice actor. I'm not gonna lie. You know, the first appearance of Sonic voice acting. You know, Ryan Drummond did a really fantastic job. And of course, Dr. Eggman. You know, the late Dean Bristol, rest in peace. You know, he was a fantastic Eggman. You know, sound so menacing and evil. And you know, I love Mike Pollock and everything, but at the same time, a full remaster, I'm not sure. It could work. I'm gonna buy it regardless, you know, just to be curious. But I think a full remaster, I think that's, you know, taking a huge risk for Sega. And honestly, I think if they screw this remaster up, I think they're finished. In my honest opinion, I think they're done. Because what is left? Like, after Sonic Forces was a huge disappointment, what else is left to realistically do? The only thing they have left is Sonic Adventure 3, the game that we all been pleading and crying for the last 10 plus years. Now, obviously, with Sonic Team Racing, they did show some fun, you know, hints here with King Boom Boom being there and one of the in the desert stages, and of course we saw some resemblance of the Echidna tribe from Sonic Adventure 1. So could they be teasing the Adventure remasters? Definitely, I could see that. But are we going to get an Adventure 3? I'm really hoping we do, because honestly, they have to go back to the Adventure formula. You know, the boost formula honestly doesn't work, because the boost formula, unfortunately, it makes levels too short. You know, there's not enough exploration. You know, and Sonic Forces, honestly, the game was a huge disappointment. You might as well just call it Sonic Colors Extra. It was Sonic Colors 2, literally. It's all DLC, in my honest opinion. You know, the game could be beaten in less than 2 hours. Nothing new is added. The story is just kind of underwhelming. You know, I've heard all the reports, and I tend to agree with a lot of them. Even though some of them, you know, I don't think it's a 3 out of 10. I think it's more of a at least rated at least a 6.5. That's just my take, but I'll make a review of that on my own free time. But at the same time, I just don't want Sega to fuck this up. You know, Sonic Adventure is one of my personal favorite Sonic games. In fact, it's in the top 2 with me. You know, obviously, you know, I'm a little biased here because it's also the game where Amy Rose made her debut as a playable character, and they did a great job with that. You know, and of course, Heroes, you know, she was more of a badass in that one. I will admit that one. It's my personal favorite. But I'm really hoping they don't screw this up. Look, if Sega needs a lot of time to make, you know, their next mainstream Sonic game, take all the time you need. I'm starting to think that if we're going to get Sonic Adventure 3, I think it's best to delay it until 2021. Now, you may think that's way too long, but hear me out. 2021 is Sonic's 30th birthday. Okay? We all know that every time Sonic's birthday ends at a 5, the games are god-awful. From 3D Blast to Sonic 06, and for the 25th anniversary, I don't even think we got anything. I don't think we did, actually. Not a mainstream game. But you see my point. So I honestly think if Sonic Team Racing is going to carry them through 2019, and we get the Sonic Adventure remasters in late 2019 or in early 2020 time, and not rush it for a cheap cash grab, I think that'll please everybody. And then show us a teaser trailer of Sonic Adventure 3 coming out in 2021 during Sonic's birthday. I think people will be excited. Now you may think, you know, that's way too long, but then again, it's like Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto from Nintendo says, it's better to delay a game and have it run good rather than releasing a game that's unfinished, unpolished, and have it be, you know, a mess. You know, so in my honest opinion, I think it's best if they are coming out with Sonic Adventure 3 is to delay it until 2021 for Sonic's 30th birthday. I think that is a better idea. And just have the Adventure Remaster ports come out in 2020. 2019, have Sonic Team Racing come out, add a lot of fun DLC, cool content, make it fun like Mario Kart 8, you know, stuff like that, I think everyone will get behind that. But at the end of the day, do I honestly believe they're going to go that direction? Probably not. I think it's the smart direction they should go, but, you know, probably not. Just like Vince McMahon, he thinks he listens to the crowd, to the audience, but in reality, he's just messing with them. Let's be perfectly honest. Just like in World Wrestling Entertainment, we're not going to get any change until Vince McMahon steps down as chairman and CEO of World Wrestling Entertainment. And I don't know who gets the final decisions at Sega. I don't think it's Azuka. I think he has higher superiors to make that final call. But if he does get this final, if he does get the final decision, I think it's best to go with Adventure 3 for 2021, and go with the Adventure remasters in 2020 and 2019. Have Sonic Team Racing carry you for that whole year, and come out with another mobile game to please everybody. I think that's the best solution. No need to rush games. I mean, if you want to make spin-off games, that's fine, but when it comes to the main core game, take your time. Don't bum rush it. Don't make a disappointing game. 4 years for a game to be developed to be beaten in 2 hours, like what was that? Like, even Big Red Button did a decent job with Boom. At least the game could take up to 8 hours to beat without doing that glitch, which got patched, by the way. So I don't know, we just have to wait and see what happens. I know I've been ranting long enough, but, you know, I'm just passionate about the fan base, you know, about the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, and I don't want to see it die. You know, a lot of people are already killing off the franchise just because of how disappointing Forces was, and if we don't get any answers to what the next core game's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be disappointing. So if it's not Sonic Adventure 3, then I don't know. I'm not saying I'm gonna lose all hope for Sega, but I'm just saying I just want the franchise to live on. Those are my final thoughts. You know, an Adventure remastered, you know, I'm not saying I'm against it. I say I love the idea, but just take your time. Don't rush it. You know, if it has to be fully, you know, polished and everything, have it come out in 2020, and then 2021 have Adventure 3. Show us a kind of like a teaser trailer, just like the Mega Man Legacy Collection. You know, there is an Easter egg where there is a possibility that X9 could come out. You know, depending on how good the Legacy Collection sells, which, let's be honest, it sold like hotcakes. So of course X9 should be in the works. You know, Capcom will be foolish not to release X9. If anything, I hope they take their time with the story, even though the story is right there in front of them. After the events of X8, you don't have to create something new. Oh man, I go off on so many different tangents, but I'm trying to prove a point here. I hope you all understand that. So, those are my final thoughts. Remaster rumors here and there. Leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll reply as fast as I can. Until then, peace.